Marie Alexandrine von Vetsera, known affectionately as Mary, was born on March 19, 1871, into a world of privilege and societal expectations. Her birth marked the beginning of a life that would be both charmed and ultimately tragic. Her father, Albin von Vetsera, was a diplomat from a recently ennobled family. As a man of influence and standing, he played a significant role in the political and social circles of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. His position afforded the family a lifestyle of luxury and access to the upper echelons of society. Her mother, Helene Baltazzi, came from a wealthy family of Greek bankers. The Baltazzi family was known for their immense wealth and connections, which further elevated the Vetera family's status. Helene herself was a woman of grace and sophistication, qualities she passed on to her children. Mary, the third of 4 children, lived a comfortable life typical of her social standing. Alongside her siblings, she enjoyed the privileges that came with being part of the aristocracy. The Vetsera children were raised in an environment that emphasized culture, education, and social etiquette. The Vetsera family resided in Vienna, the heart of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Vienna, with its grand architecture, vibrant cultural scene, and political significance, was the perfect backdrop for Mary's upbringing. The city was a hub of artistic and intellectual activity, influencing Mary's tastes and interests. Mary received a private education, learning languages, music, and social graces befitting a young baroness. Her education was comprehensive, covering subjects that would prepare her for a life in high society. She was taught by the best tutors, ensuring she was well versed in the arts and languages. She attended balls, went riding, and enjoyed the theatre, embodying the carefree spirit of Viennese society. These activities were not just pastimes, but essential aspects of her social education. They allowed her to mingle with the elite and understand the nuances of aristocratic life. Mary's upbringing instilled in her a yearning for romantic love and a fascination with the pomp and ceremony of the Habsburg court. The grandeur of the court, with its elaborate ceremonies and intricate social dynamics, captivated her imagination. She dreamed of a life filled with romance and adventure. Little did she know that this fascination would lead her down a path of forbidden love and ultimately to a tragic end. Her story is a poignant reminder of the perils of living in a world where societal expectations and personal desires often clash. Her story, forever intertwined with Crown Prince Rudolf of Austria, continues to captivate and intrigue even today. The tale of Mary Vetsera and Crown Prince Rudolf is one of passion, intrigue, and tragedy, a story that has left an indelible mark on history and continues to be a subject of fascination for historians and romantics alike. Crown Prince Rudolf, the only son of Emperor Franz Joseph and Empress Elizabeth, was a figure of immense power and allure. Born into the Habsburg dynasty, he was groomed from a young age to inherit the vast Austro-Hungarian Empire. His upbringing was steeped in tradition and expectation, with every aspect of his life meticulously planned to prepare him for his future role. Intelligent, charming, and heir to a vast empire, he represented a world of excitement and possibilities for the young Mary Vetsera. Rudolf's education was extensive, covering a wide range of subjects from military strategy to the arts, making him a well-rounded and cultured individual. His charisma and intellect made him a captivating figure in the eyes of many, including Mary. They moved in the same social circles, their paths crossing at balls and social gatherings. The opulent Viennese society of the late 1800s was a world of glittering events and grandiose celebrations, where the elite mingled and formed connections. It was in this vibrant social scene that Rudolf and Mary first became aware of each other. Their first documented encounter occurred in November 1888 at a Viennese racetrack. The racetrack was a popular venue for the aristocracy, a place where they could indulge in their love for horse racing and socialize with their peers. It was here, amidst the excitement of the races, that Rudolf and Mary's paths crossed for the first time. Rudolf, known for his charm and charisma, likely made a strong impression on the young baroness. His presence was magnetic, drawing people to him effortlessly. For Mary, meeting the Crown Prince was undoubtedly a thrilling experience, one that left a lasting impression on her. Mary, with her youthful beauty and vivacity, must have captured the attention of the Crown Prince, who was reportedly growing increasingly disillusioned with his own marriage and the constraints of court life. Her lively spirit and striking appearance stood out in the rigid and often stifling environment of the imperial court. Their initial acquaintance quickly blossomed into a passionate, clandestine affair. Despite the risks, their connection deepened, driven by mutual attraction and a shared sense of rebellion against the constraints imposed upon them by their respective positions in society. Rudolf, trapped in a loveless marriage and increasingly at odds with his father's political views, found solace in Mary's company. She provided him with an escape from the pressures and expectations that weighed heavily on him, offering a glimpse of a different, more fulfilling life. For Mary, the Crown Prince represented the epitome of romance and adventure, a stark contrast to the predictable path laid out for a young woman of her standing. Their relationship was a whirlwind of emotions, filled with secret meetings and stolen moments, each encounter intensifying their bond and deepening their affection for one another. The grand ballrooms and lavish social events of Vienna provided the perfect backdrop for their romance. In these glittering settings, they could momentarily forget the constraints of their lives and indulge in their feelings for each other. The allure of forbidden love added an element of excitement and danger to their relationship, making it all the more intoxicating. Their secret rendezvous in secluded gardens and hidden corners of the imperial palaces allowed them to express their love away from prying eyes. These stolen moments were precious to both of them, offering a brief respite from the realities of their lives and the societal expectations that sought to keep them apart. As their affair progressed, Rudolf and Mary became increasingly entwined in each other's lives. Their love story, though fraught with challenges and obstacles, was a testament to their deep connection and the lengths they were willing to go to be together. It was a romance that defied the conventions of their time, leaving an indelible mark on history. The Vetsera family, despite their recent elevation to nobility, harbored ambitions of climbing higher within Viennese society. Mary's mother, Helene, played a significant role in fueling these aspirations. She actively sought opportunities to elevate her family's status and secure advantageous marriages for her daughters. The prospect of Mary capturing the heart of the Crown Prince, even if their relationship remained a secret, must have seemed like a dream come true for Helene. It aligned perfectly with her desire to see her daughter ascend to the highest echelons of society. However, this ambition blinded Helene to the potential dangers of such a liaison. The Crown Prince, despite his affection for Mary, was trapped in a web of political and personal obligations. His position made a future with Mary impossible, a fact that Helene, blinded by her own aspirations, seemed to ignore. Section 4. The Countess's intrigue, Marie Larish, and the secret meetings. Facilitating the clandestine meetings between Mary and Rudolf was Countess Marie Larish, a cousin of the Crown Prince. Known for her discretion and her connections within Viennese society, she became a confidant to both Mary and Rudolf. Whether driven by genuine affection for the couple or a desire to wield influence, Larish played a pivotal role in their story. She arranged secret rendezvous, often at her own apartment or at discreet locations around Vienna. Larish acted as a go-between, delivering letters and ensuring the lovers could meet without arousing suspicion. However, her involvement would have dire consequences. In the aftermath of the tragedy, Larish faced accusations of complicity and manipulation, forever branding her as the bad woman of the Mayerling incident. Her reputation, forever tarnished, serves as a reminder of the high stakes and dangerous consequences of navigating the treacherous waters of courtly intrigue. Section 5. The tragedy at Mayerling, unraveling the events of January 1889. The events leading up to the tragic deaths of Mary Vetsera and Crown Prince Rudolf at Mayerling remain shrouded in mystery and speculation. Despite numerous investigations and theories, the true nature of their demise continues to elude historians and enthusiasts alike. What is known is that on January the 26th, 1889, Rudolf invited Mary to join him at his hunting lodge in Mayerling, a small village outside Vienna. This invitation was not unusual, as the lodge was a favoured retreat for the Crown Prince, a place where he could escape the pressures of court life. Rudolf, increasingly despondent and isolated, had grown distant from his wife and increasingly at odds with his father. His marriage to Princess Stephanie of Belgium had been strained for years, and his relationship with his father, Emperor Franz Joseph, was fraught with tension. His political views, considered too liberal for the emperor, further strained their relationship. Rudolf's progressive ideas on governance and society clashed with the conservative stance of the Habsburg monarchy, leading to frequent disagreements and a growing sense of alienation. Mary, caught between her love for Rudolf and the impossible situation, likely shared his despair. As a young baroness, she was enamored with the crown prince, but their relationship was fraught with challenges and societal pressures. On the morning of January 30th, 1889, tragedy struck. The serene atmosphere of the Mayerling lodge was shattered by the discovery of the lifeless bodies of Rudolf and Mary. Rudolf was found dead in his bedroom, a gunshot wound to the head. The circumstances of his death have led to various theories, including suicide and murder-suicide, but the exact details remain unclear. Mary's lifeless body was discovered nearby, adding to the shock and horror of the discovery. Her presence at the lodge and the nature of her death have been subjects of intense scrutiny and speculation. The news of their deaths sent shockwaves through Austria and across Europe, forever linking their names in a tragic love story. The Mayerling incident not only marked a personal tragedy, but also had significant political and social repercussions, casting a long shadow over the Habsburg dynasty and the future of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Emperor Franz Joseph was devastated by the loss of his only son and heir, while Princess Stephanie faced the dual burden of mourning her husband and dealing with the scandal that ensued. The Mayerling tragedy remains a poignant chapter in European history, a tale of love, despair, and the inexorable pressures of royal life.